Would someone like to share what did we learn yesterday? Who was here yesterday?
About the Dhritarashtra.
Come, Vrunda. Mataji, Vrunda want to say.
Okay. Yes, Vidura's teachings are started, right? Very nice. Samskruti, you also wanted to share something?
I was just going to say Dhritarashtra quits home.
Yes, that is the name of the chapter. Very nice. Anyone else? Okay, so let's see. We are going to learn. Just 1 second. Yeah, very sorry. Okay. Now we are going to continue learning from the teachings of Vidura to his brother Dhritarashtra. And it started in the verse 18. And which chapter is this? Which is the chapter number? Can someone tell me?
13.
And which canto? We are in which canto?
1.
So the Vidura teachings have started in the verse 18. And you have seen some part of it, right? How Vidura is reminding Dhritarashtra that now you're getting old. You have to realize that, and what one should do when one is getting old. So that's what he is reminding him. So now we will see in continuation from verse 22. So this is Canto 1, Chapter 13, verse 22. Who wants to read the translation? Advait, do you want to read?
Okay, Mataji. You have been blind from your very birth, and recently you have become hard of hearing. Your memory is shortened, and your intelligence is disturbed. You're loose, and your liver is defective, and you are coughing up mucus.
Yes. So what is he telling him here? Advait, can you share?
He's saying that that he's really old, pretty much, and a lot of things are like going bad in his body.
What all things are going bad? The body, how it is deteriorating, it's diminishing. So
he's being blind from birth, but that was like a curse kind of, but he was blind and his memory shorting, and then his intelligence is disturbed. His teeth are getting loose and his liver is defective, and then he's coughing up mucus.
Yes, and he's also not able to hear properly. So these are all the... Yes, who's that?
Mataji, like, why is the Dhritarashtra blind? Like, Advait said it was because of a curse, but like, what kind of curse?
It's not only a curse for him, it was a curse for his mother, and the curse was that his son would be blind.
So actually we heard that story.
Can I say that story?
Okay, go ahead. We already heard that story, right? How she closes her eyes and all. Okay, share it, Mukund. Go ahead.
So what happens is that Vedas Muni, by the call of his mother, he comes to Hastinapur's palace, and all of the two queens, Amba and Ambika, I think.
Yeah.
They have to.
It's Ambika and Ambalika.
Amba and Ambalika, they have to look at
Ambalika.
What, Mataji?
Ambika and Ambalika. Your voice is going suddenly. It's breaking, Mukund.
Ambika and Ambalika, they were supposed to look at Vedas Muni, and whatever their reaction was, according to that, and they would get a baby, but like how their reaction was. So when the first queen did it, then she closed her eyes. So that's why Dhritarashtra was elder because he got born first, but he got born blind because the queen had closed her eyes. And the second one, she became very kind of like sick. So
She became weak and scared because of that. Because
She got pale, so pale Pandu.
pale. Yeah,
Yeah.
so Pandu became weak, pale. So this is how they were both born.
and because both of the children, they weren't like in good condition, they weren't going to be in good condition, so they took one servant and they tested it out on the servant also, and the servant was not at all afraid. They were just normal. So that's why Vidura was a
Also,
very good
he was
person.
born, yeah, he was born wise. So Ambika sent the maid servant actually in place of her. And then, yeah. So this is the story in short. Suraj, did you get an idea about it? Little bit. That was you who asked the question, right? Was that Suraj?
Mataji, yes, that was me, and I knew about this thing, but like Mataji, I thought it was there was another reason because you said curse.
Curse, huh? Okay, he said curse. Yeah, but this is the story, okay? So here Vidura is telling him the symptoms of old age, like what all is happening to you. So he's reminding him. So the signs pointed out by Vidur in the body of Dhritarashtra were signs of apakshaya, which is mentioned in purport. This word is mentioned there, apakshaya. What does it mean? It means dwindling of material body before the last stroke of death. How the body starts degrading, it starts diminishing. Like we know, like, are we the same how we were in the childhood now? Are we still the same?
No.
As in how we grow, everything, the body changes, right? Each day there is a change in the body. And that's how we know like how we are growing. We say that we are growing, but body is actually changing. So our body is changing day by day, but foolish people, they don't know about it. They want to make permanent settlements. They think that if I have lots of estate, if I have a lot of money, if I have nice children, nice friends, then I will be protected. They don't think that they are going to die. They think that, okay, I'll be protected if I have money, estate, children. So they completely forget about their permanent identity. What is the permanent identity? Mentioned by Srila Prabhupada. What is our identity? True identity.
They are the spirit soul and the servant of Krishna.
Yes, yes. So
And
they
the
are
part and parcel of Krishna.
yes, but they don't believe in this, and they are foolishly active in impermanent occupations. They don't understand that whatever they are doing is impermanent. It is going to end one day when we at the time of death. So completely they forget. But even if they forget, saints and sages like Vidur, they approach such foolish men, like how Vidur is approaching Dhritarashtra here, to awaken them to the real situation. Dhritarashtra has become completely blind in knowledge. He's not just blind with the eyes, he's completely blind with the knowledge too. He's not thinking of all this. So Vidur is reminding him. And who is the other best example who took such efforts for the fallen conditioned souls of this age?
Prabhupada.
Prabhupada is the best example. Like we know when he was coming here, that Mrs. Murarji, he approached her and he was asking for the ticket, right? To USA because she's the owner of that Jaladuta. And she was asking him, why do you want to go? You have become old. You better be in Vrindavan, do your bhajan kirtan there. But Srila Prabhupada, being compassionate for the fallen souls, he said, no, this is the instruction of my Guru Maharaj, my spiritual master. That is everything for me. So this is like a do or die situation for me. And with that determination, he came to US even at the age of 65, right? So that's how, like Vidur also, he was so compassionate. He was so much concerned about Dhritarashtra. And if you see the relationship of Dhritarashtra and Vidur, you will get to see again and again, time and again, how Dhritarashtra was actually humiliating Vidur. Like he was always taking the side of his sons. And even though his sons were humiliating him, he never said anything to them because he was so much attached to them. They had a strong bond. So even though Vidur was always right, he never took his side. He continued to be bad, but still here Vidur, what is he doing? He is trying to give this knowledge to him. He's trying to be still good. Is he also being bad with him because Dhritarashtra was bad? Because he never took his side? No, Vidur is completely different, right? Such is the behavior of a Vaishnava like Vidur. He desires all good even for his enemies. So that is what it shows. How Vidur is so much concerned for Dhritarashtra. However he behaved, he is not concerned about that. He is not looking at that. The greatest service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead is to show compassion to others living beings. That is the greatest service to Supreme Personality of Godhead. And that is what Srila Prabhupada also did, right? For all of us. And that's why we came into this movement. So this is what it talks about. He's reminding him about the old age. Now it's old age. You are in the old age. Everything, your body is diminishing and death is there at the corner. You never know what will happen the next moment, right? We cannot take everything for granted. And that's what he's reminding him here. So this is about the verse 22. Now let's read verse 23. Tulasi, would you like to read the translation?
Yes, Mataji.
Go ahead.
Alas, how powerful are the hopes of a living being to continue his life. Verily, you are living just like a household dog and are eating remnants of food given by Bhima.
Yes, see how he's telling him what is he saying him here? Can you explain, Tulasi, a little bit what you understood?
So Vidur is explaining how even though he has all these signs of old age and he's blind and everything, he still wants to live in the palace life. He still thinks he's king, and he still wants to enjoy the material pleasures. So he still stays.
Very good.
And that's how Vidur is comparing him to household dog, because he's attached to.
Yes, very nicely explained. Thank you, Tulasi. So here he's saying that you have such a strong hope, powerful hope of living, continuing to live, even at this age, with all the comforts. So he still wants to live his life comfortably in the palace, even if it's under the shelter of Pandavas. And especially Bhima's name is mentioned here. Why do you think Bhima's name is mentioned here? Especially Bhim.
Because Bhim was very fond of food.
Okay. Next, anyone else? That was a nice one, Mukund. Anyone else?
Maybe because Bhima killed Duryodhana.
Yes, he killed Duryodhan and Dushasana. I mean, both. And they both were very dear to Dhritarashtra. And Bhim killed both of them, both of his dear sons.
I think he actually killed all of Dhritarashtra's sons. He was like all the 100.
Yeah.
He killed them in the
I'm not
Kurukshetra
sure
war.
of that because Arjun also killed. So I'm not sure of that. I will make sure of that. Probably you are right, Tulasi. But he killed Duryodhan and Dushasan, two of his dear sons. And that's why he was saying, even though he killed, you still want to be there with him and get, protected by him. So despite all these reasons, he wanted to continue his life comfortably, even at the risk of all humiliation. Isn't it humiliated that people with whom you behaved badly, how Dhritarashtra's sons were behaving with giving a treatment to Pandavas, we all know that, what all they suffered. And yet Dhritarashtra is staying there with them. Because Pandavas are very nice, they are saintly, they are pure devotees of the Lord, they are taking care of Dhritarashtra. But isn't it humiliating for Dhritarashtra to take that comfort from them? It is, right? So that's what Vidur is reminding him here. So he was astonished how powerful is the urge to continue life. He wants to continue his life just like that, how he was continuing so far. So the foolish man does not know that a particular term of bodily existence is awarded to him to undergo a term of imprisonment. And the human body is awarded after many, many births. After so many of births, we have got this human form of body. So what is the purpose of that? As a chance of self-realization, to go back home, back to Godhead. This is the only life, this is the only form of life where we can get to know this knowledge, we can know this about all this, and then act accordingly, and then go back home, back to Godhead. But what is he doing? He's not doing that. So he's very concerned, and he's approaching him by forgetting all that, whatever treatment he was given, right? So Dhritarashtra is blind and continues to hope to live comfortably in the midst of all kinds of reverses of life. He still wants to live comfortably even at this age. So this is what is mentioned here. Now we will read 24. Who wants to read that? Kavya, do you want to read?
Yes, Mataji. There is no need to live a degraded life and subsist on the charity of those whom you try to kill by
Arson and poisoning.
arson and poisoning. You also insulted their married wife and
Assert.
Their kingdom and wealth.
Yes. Assert means taking forcibly. He took their kingdom forcibly and their wealth. Right? He also insulted their married wife. And he also tried to poison them. He's reminding him what all you did to them. And you're still there taking their shelter and staying like that. That's what he's reminding him. So this purport is very nice and it's very short. So what we will do, we will read little by little. All of us will read it little by little, and then we'll try to understand it. Samskruti, can you read?
Yes, Mataji. The system of Varnashrama religion sets aside a part of one's life completely for the purpose of self-realization and attainment of salvation in the human form of life. It is a routine division of life. The persons like Dhritarashtra, even at their very ripened age, want to stay home, even in a degraded condition of accepting charity from enemies.
Okay.
Vidura wanted to point this out and impressed upon.
Samskruti, you can stop here. Thank you. We will just first understand what it means. So, Varnashram, what are all the 4 Varnas?
They are Grahastha, Brahmachari, Vanaprastha and
Sannyas.
In sequence, it will be Brahmacharya,
Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanashrama,
and
Sannyas.
Sannyas. Yes. So here, it's so what comes after Grihastha? It is Vanaprastha. So Vanaprastha means after you perform all your duties as a Grihastha, you have to detach from everything and then completely dedicate your life for Krishna consciousness, for the Lord.
Yeah, and then when you are completely dedicated fully, then you can take sannyas.
Yes. So yeah,
I have heard that people say that when till the age of 25 you should follow brahmachari, then till the age of 50 you should follow then you should follow grihastha, and then after that varnashrama.
Vanaprastha.
After 50,
Vanaprastha.
75 vanaprastha, and then sannyas for the rest of the life.
These are the numbers, but when you think you are free from the grihastha duties, you can take to Vanaprastha. Vanaprastha means dedicating life completely to Krishna. It's mentioned that you should go to the forest and renounce everything, detach from all material things. But Nowadays, it is not practical to go to a forest, right? And stay there. But what we can do, we can just be
We
where
can
we
take
are.
a ticket to Dham.
Yes, we can go to Dham, Vrindavan and all this. That is also recommended. We can go to Vrindavan, or mentally we can be at Vrindavan, right? If that is not practical.
That is very difficult though.
It is difficult, but if it is not possible, we can at least try for that. No, aspire for that.
Or at least New Vrindavan.
Yes, very nice. So we will read next part. Who wants to read? Exactly. Let me see. Who all have raised hands? Okay, others don't want to read. I don't see much hands raised today. Only 4 are there. And they all have read already. Okay, Vishwa, go ahead, Vishwa. Try to be on camera when you're reading so that you also get spotlighted. Okay? Go ahead, Vishwa.
Okay. This one? Okay. Vidura wanted to point this out and impressed upon him that it was better to die like his sons than accepted such as humiliating charity. 5,000 years ago, there was
one Dhritarashtra, but at the present moment,
there are Dhritarashtras in every home.
yes.
Politicians especially do no entire from political activities unless they are dragged by the cruel hand of death or killed by some opposing element.
Yes. Thank you, Vishwa. That's your full, that is your name, or you have a full name too, Vishwa?
I have my last name.
Oh, okay, that's your last name. Okay. So what do we understand from this is that it is better to die than accepting such humiliating charity. That is what is with it. Yes, Tulsi, do you want to say something?
No, that was just to read.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll give you if new people are, if they are done. Okay, Tulsi. So here, Vidur is telling him that, it's better to die like your sons than to accept such humiliating charity. And Dhritarashtra is not even thinking that it's humiliating charity. He's just thinking of his own comfort there in the palace. And here it's example is given of politicians by Srila Prabhupada. How today's politicians are. There are so many old politicians in the politics. They don't want to leave it because of the authority they get, or as a name they get, and of course the money, everything. They want to continue. They don't want to leave it for other younger people. They are still there in the politics. And to stick to family life to the end of one's life is the grossest type of degradation. So we have to detach from family life when we are in the old age, when it is time for Vanaprastha. And there is an absolute need for the Viduras to educate such Dhritarashtras, even at the present moment. Because Prabhupada says there was only one Dhritarashtra that time, but nowadays there are Dhritarashtras in every home. As we can see, people want to have comfortable life at the old age, right? They want to be taken care. But when will they detach and then think of Lord? Right? That is the best time actually, because they don't have any other duties of Grihastha. So this is what the knowledge is giving. So we know about today's politicians. The example is given how they are always in the politics, even for so many years, even at the old age.
Mataji, what are these people? One person is like the side Trump side, and one side is like the side Biden.
It's just an animation.
Okay, I don't get why Trump and Biden are friends. It's weird.
No, that I didn't. There is nobody in specific.
This guy looks like Trump, and this guy looks like Biden, and
Okay.
this guy is Democratic, and
Not
this
really.
No,
Not
there
really.
is nobody in specific here. It's just an
Not really.
animation.
None of them look like each other.
I just want to show that how the old politicians are still there in the politics. There is nobody in specific here. Okay, just wanted to give the animation here, animated picture. just for fun. Okay. Now we will read. There are many references on Vanaprasthas. I don't think we have time to read that, but those
Mataji,
are
I
all.
have a question.
Yes.
So today for the cooking class, is it going to take a long time?
I have no idea.
Because it says cheesecake, right? So
I know. Maybe you can ask Mataji after this class. Okay.
okay.
Okay. So these are all the references about Vanaprastha in Srimad Bhagavatam. So according to Srila Prabhupada, main goal of Vanaprastha is to develop detachment from material world. That is the main thing that Vidura is trying to tell Dhritarashtra. So we will not go through all this, although they are very nice, because we don't have much time. We will move to next 25. Who wants to read?
Mataji, can I read it?
Mataji, can Akshita read?
Okay. Okay, Akshita, go ahead, Akshita. You had it.
Just the translation, right?
Yes.
Despite your unwillingness to die and your desire to live even at the cost of honor and prestige, your miserly body will certainly dwindle and deteriorate like an old garment.
Again, he's giving the reminder that even despite your unwillingness to die, even if we are willing or not willing, the death is gonna come. Even if you're not willing to die, or you're desiring to live even at the cost of honor and prestige, like how even though it is humiliating, he's just living there. He's saying,
Mataji, can I read the next one?
Okay, we will try to give new ones. I think Ramachandra has raised hand. Let's give everyone chance. Is that okay, Advait?
Okay, Mataji.
Thank you, Advait. Yes. So he's reminding him that your body is going to diminish one day. Like he gives the example of old garment. Old garments, the garments they get old, right? One day. They don't always look new. They get torn and everything. Like that body also it happens. So there are two. Kripana is mentioned here in this verse. The verse I have not written here, but it's Kripana. So there are two types, Kripana and Brahmana. Kripana means a miserly man who has no estimation of his material body. He doesn't know when he can't even think that this body is going to go one day. But Brahmana knows that. And that's why the Kripana is saying that this word Kripana for Dhritarashtra. Dhritarashtra is like that. He doesn't know that. He's not thinking that his body is going to go one day. He's at old age and death will come anytime. So this is again another example of Kripana. Who is this in the picture?
There's the Yamadutas and the Ajamila. Yeah, Ajamila.
Do you all remember this story?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes,
Yes.
Mataji.
How he was.
In this picture, the Vishnudutas are telling the Yamadutas to stop taking Ajamila because Ajamila had chanted Narayan.
Yes, we learned this long back. Do you all remember? And
Yes.
how he was completely attached to material things. But because he said this word Narayan, Vishnudutas came. So this is again one more example of Kripanas. Those who don't know, they cannot think that material body is going to go one day. So we will read 26. Ramachandra, can you read 26?
Sure, Mataji. He is called undisturbed who goes to an unknown remote place and free from all obligations, quits his material body when it has become useless.
Now here in this, he is not talking about Dhritarashtra. He is giving the definition of undisturbed. Who is undisturbed? Who goes to an unknown remote place and freed from all obligations, quits his material body when it has become useless. That person is undisturbed. Now he's giving the explanation about the undisturbed. Now he's not talking about Dhritarashtra here anymore. So in purport, do you all know this song? Hari Hari Bifale Janama Go Nainu.
Yeah.
This is written by Narottam Das Thakur. What is he saying in this? Oh Lord, I have spent my life uselessly, having obtained a human birth and having not worshipped Radha and Krishna. Even though I have got human birth, I have not worshipped Radha and Krishna. And who is saying that? Srila Narottam Das Thakur. He's thinking like this about himself. So what to speak of us? even though he has done so much devotional service. He's out of humility, he's thinking that I have not worshipped Radha and Krishna. I have not knowingly drunk poison. I just did a lot of other things, but that's what we do, right? It is actually for us that I just spent my life uselessly. I did not worship Radha and Krishna. So this is the definition of undisturbed mentioned here. Who is undisturbed? Someone would like to read this?
Mataji, can Mukund read?
Mukund, did you get a chance to read?
No.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, Mataji. One cannot give up a comfortable family life due to his affectionate relation with wife and children. Self-realization is obstructed by such undue affection for family. And if anyone is at all able to forget such a relation, he is called undisturbed or dhira.
Yes.
This is, however, okay.
What do you understand from this, Mukund?
I understand that.
Your voice is gone. I cannot hear you.
I understand that from this paragraph that
Mataji, I can't hear anything.
Yeah, a little bit louder, Mukund. Maybe you have to adjust something.
Maybe you can get closer to the mic.
Can you speak now?
Yes, Mataji.
Now it's better. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I understood from this paragraph that if one does not take to the platform of vanaprastha, which is like giving up the family life, then they are not then they don't have self-realization, and they are affected by Maya. And if someone is able to take to the stage of vanaprastha, then they are called undisturbed.
Very nice.
Or dhira.
So those who cannot take up, those who cannot go away from the family life, from their children, wife, all other people, and who are self-realization obstructed by such undue affection for family, and if anyone is not is at all able to forget, those who are able to forget, they are called undisturbed. Okay, so this can be done only by association of bona fide sense and self-realized souls, and only by engaging in the loving devotional service of the Lord. So this is all the knowledge given by Vidur to Dhritarashtra. In first three, he is telling about him, and in the fourth one, he starts talking about the qualities of undisturbed. So I will stop here. You have your cooking session. Thank you all for listening patiently, and I will see you next week. So Vancha
Kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyev cha patitana pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, शीला प्रभुपाद की जय, वृंदा माता जी की जय. Now we have Radha Rani Mataji for us cheesecake.
My mom is coming.
Okay, Karthik. Are you ready to eat cheesecake?
My mom's here.
Everybody is ready to eat cheesecake today.
Mataji, what are the ingredients?
Yes, I am giving you. Give me a second, okay?
Okay, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
This is Mukund.
Maduna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Bol, everybody. How are you all doing?
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna kids posted the ingredients in the chat.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. Okay. First, we need some cookies. Any cookies you can take, okay? Whatever cookies you have at your home, just
Can we
make
use like
them.
biscuits or something?
Yeah, biscuits. Any
okay.
biscuits, Palaji, anything. Okay, we're just using these biscuits, and just we should make them powder, as we regularly do.
Mataji?
Yes, Mukund?
I'm going to be using marigold digestive biscuits.
Yes, yes.
Digestive biscuits.
Yeah, anything. Yeah, marigold.
Can I use marigold too?
Yes. Yes, Ramachandra, you can use.
Looks like marigold is very famous.
What is marriage?
Kavya, Danvin, you have anything? You raised hand for these things or for the before?
Mataji was an old hand.
Okay, sure. I'll below your hands.
What is marigold? A ton of people are saying they have it.
It will be round, right? Mary biscuits.
Mataji, today I'm not going to do the cooking. I'm not going to do the cooking. I'm going to do it some other day.
Okay, Kavya. Yes. So today I'm just, sorry, I'm breaking the biscuits and just put them in the grinding jar. So any cookies, okay? Whatever you have at your, even the cream biscuits, if you have also, that's fine. And for this, we need one cookie tray like this. If you have, you can use this. Okay, like this cookie tray. You can be able to see, right? I love your apron, Mukund.
How many biscuits should you use?
Really around like 20 biscuits you can use.
My size is big. So shall I use like 15?
Yes, 15 you can use, Mukund.
Okay, Mataji.
Mataji,
Measurement was given like
Mataji, do you have a sample how it looks like?
sorry, today I could not make it. I was trying, but today morning I went to temple, so I could not get much time. I'll just post it in the group, okay? Yeah, we'll make it fast. It might take some time, okay?
Is this good, Mataji? Wait. Can you see me? Can you see me?
Who is asking? Can you see me? I can see only Mukund.
Prahalad.
Yes, Prahlad. Yeah, that is fine. You should make fine powder.
wait, Mataji. In the ingredients, it says that we need condensed milk. Can we just use normal milk instead?
You can use sugar or honey instead of that. That is for the sweetness. If you have whipping cream, you can use yeah.
So can we just use like a little more sugar or a little more whipping cream?
Yes, yeah, honey or sugar, anything, whatever you have, you can use that. Okay.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Mataji.
Mataji, why does the crust need honey?
Actually, some biscuits are not that sweet, right? So because of that.
Oh, okay, that's why.
Yeah. I'm just grinding it, okay? One second.
Mataji, if we're using, if we don't have the condensed milk and we're using honey, how much honey do we add? Mataji, you're muted.
You might need like 2 to 3 tablespoons.
Okay, thank you.
Vinita Mataji, can you put Radhani Mataji in a spotlight, because whenever someone talks, it's changing.
What happened?
But Radharani Mataji is spotlighted.
For me, whenever someone talks, it changes.
No, she's spotlighted. I spotlighted both.
Okay, now it's spotlighted. Before Ramachandra was talking and it would change to him. Okay, thank you.
You should do you should go to view and you should go to speaker.
It's working now.
Okay.
Yeah, I also made fine powder and just taking in your bowl. You need some butter, 1/4 cup of butter, or little less. You can add little and just by the adjustment.
Melted? Does it have to be melted?
Yes, it should be in this way. The butter should be melted. Grind this. To take fine powder. And now add little butter. And just 1 tablespoon of honey. Okay. See, I'm adding 1 tablespoon of honey.
Wait, 1 tablespoon of honey?
Yeah.
Okay.
And just mix.
Mataji, do you have to add the honey if you're
It's an optional. Okay, if you want to skip it, you can skip it. Just add some butter. And
so if it's your cookie is not that sweet, it's honey. But if it's already really sweet, you don't need honey.
Just an optional. Okay.
Wait, Mataji, in the ingredients it says 1 teaspoon.
Actually, you're taking little bit, around 20 cookies, right, Ramachandra? So you can add little bit. That's fine.
Does the honey can you is the honey optional? Can you have to put the honey?
No. If you want, you can skip that. I'm saying honey.
Should I skip honey?
No. Instead of honey, nothing is there. If you want, you can add honey. Otherwise, you can skip that. I'm saying. You're asking that only, right? Instead of honey, can we use anything? You're asking. Okay.
Mataji, we can use maple syrup also, right?
Maple syrup is also fine. Okay, we'll go to next step. Again, we don't have much.
What did you put before honey?
Butter.
Okay, Mataji.
Wait, how much butter?
Actually, we have to take 1/4 butter. You add little, so it
Mataji, I have a question.
What do you have to do after the honey?
Mataji, I have a question.
1 second. Ramachandra, you should add very little butter and just try to mix it. So it should be in this way. Okay. Once you see in this consistency, then stop using the butter.
Oh.
Mataji,
So 1/4 cup butter in total?
Yeah, total 1/4 butter. You can melt it. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I just used very little.
Thank you, Mataji.
I use like biscuits also less. So why? Because I already added some biscuits, 1 packet of biscuits.
What do you do after you put the honey, Mataji? Do you have to do anything?
Just mix it like this. Okay, mix everything. It will be coming in this crumbling way.
Okay, I will. I'm still putting the butter.
Okay, and if you have like this, you can just take the baking tray and keep this. I just made before some of this like 1 biscuit packet, so I'm just using the other.
But I thought this was cheesecake.
Yeah, on the top of this, we'll be using the cheesecake.
This
is the for the base. We are using the biscuits powder.
Oh, okay.
You might get around like 12 mini cheesecake.
Mataji, my mom told me that on Ekadashi, instead of the cookies, you can use nuts.
On Ekadashi?
Instead of cookies, you can use the nuts.
Yeah, you can.
I don't think most of the time the store-bought things are not Ekadashi, so.
Do you have to put the crumbly stuff in the cupcake stuff?
So your voice was not clear. Can you come again one more time? Okay, we had like just 10 minutes. Okay, the powder which we used, just keep like this. Okay, with the spoon or anything. Make it less, I can see. With the spoon, you can press it. Or I just took this small glass. So anything, whatever you have, you can use it. Just try to press it. So that everything will be in the straight. Or you can use your fingers too. You can see, right, everybody? I'm just pressing it, okay? The powder, whatever we made for the base, just kept it in this, just and pressing it, okay? Now keep this aside, this tray, so it will be in this way, okay? Now take one more big bowl. In this, take cream cheese. Cream cheese is like which we use for the sandwich spreadings, any spreadings which we use. That is the thing. And we'll be taking around.
Could we use shredded paneer?
We'll be using 12 ounce. Okay. Paneer you want to use? Actually, before I have tried with some other cheese. That's the reason I could not make it before. You can try with paneer. Yes. This is like around.
How much is this? How much cream cheese?
Normal cheese stick you're asking?
No, how much cream cheese do you have to put?
We have to put like 12 ounce cream cheese. So this is like one box, which is 12 ounce. I'm just using this one. Okay, add some sugar. One second.
Mataji?
Okay, now add some sugar. Sugar, we are adding 1/3 cup of sugar.
Mataji?
Yes.
In our house, we only have 8 ounces of cream cheese, not 12. So is there any other?
No, you can use 8 ounce. That's fine.
Okay, Mataji.
Yeah, I'm using 1/3 cup of sugar.
But Mataji, you put more than 1/3.
No, I did not measure completely 1/3, so I just took little bit.
Oh.
And we need 1/3 cup of whipping cream. One-third cup of whipping cream.
Wait, Mataji, yours is like super like liquidy. Is it fine if ours like a little harder?
Which one you're saying? Cream cheese?
No, whipping cream.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. However, we'll be mixing everything.
It's like the text. It's like hard as the cream cheese.
Yeah, that's fine, Ramachandra. You can add it.
Oh,
We'll
okay.
mixing everything, and we'll be using condensed milk 1/4 cup. Okay, you can see that 1/4 cup.
Wait, how much condensed milk, Mataji?
1/4 cup.
Okay.
And mix everything.
So
What did you put after the cream cheese?
After cream cheese, sugar, condensed milk, and whipping cream. Just mix everything. We'll be adding little yogurt later once after mixing this.
Mataji, if there's no whipping cream, what do you do? Our whipping cream has gone bad.
What it has gone?
No. Can you tell me what to do? Like if you don't have whipping cream, we don't have whipping cream.
You can just use cream cheese. That's fine. Cream cheese, sugar, and if you can skip either of that, you can use like condensed milk or sugar.
Okay. Wait. Can you use both? Use both.
Yeah, if you want, you can use both. Okay, I'm mixing this.
Mataji, what did you put after the after the sugar?
She put
You are
whipping
saying you
cream.
don't have whipping cream, right? You can add condensed milk, and you can add some yogurt.
Okay, Mataji.
Okay, I did not
Mataji, how
add
much
yogurt.
One
Yogurt
third.
is also same 1/3 cup,
Okay,
just like whipping cream. In the meantime, you can on your oven for 350 degrees. We'll be just baking for 15 minutes, and then we'll be keeping, once it is cooled down, we'll be keeping that in the refrigerator for 2 hours. Okay. I just forgot to tell you in first. You can on it now. Sorry.
What did you have to whip it?
Sorry.
What did you have to whip it?
No, I'm saying you can on your oven for 350 degrees for preheating. So we'll be just baking this for 15 minutes, and then we'll be keeping, once it is cooled down, we'll be keeping that in the refrigerator for 2 hours.
So Mataji, you don't have a one that you already made?
No, Saina, I could not make it before.
Not yet, I guess.
I'll post it once this is immediately done. I'll post it. Okay.
Wait, Mataji, do we have to keep it in the refrigerator after we're done?
Yes. No, once baking is done, then refrigerator. Okay, we just have 1 minute.
Okay.
Can you give me 2 minutes? Like I'll just finish this and I'll talk.
Okay.
Okay. Wait, Karthik, wait. Mataji, can I take like 1 minute? It's already late. So or shall I send the video, Mataji?
Yeah, Mom. Send me how to do it, like because you didn't like say everything.
Yeah. So once it is done, it will become little thicker, like ice cream how we make. So just keep it on this top of this. Yeah, on the top of this, just like scooping, you can just keep on this. It will be once after it is little thick, just add on this.
Mataji, what do we do after that?
Just after this, when you add little bit like this, just tap your tray just on this. See, it will be in this. This is a top layer. And
sugar do you have to put? How much sugar do you have to put?
Mataji, what do we do after like we put the thing?
Which thing?
Mataji, after you added this white thing, and after that you put it in a preheated oven for 15 minutes at what degrees?
Once you have to remove it, Mataji. Once it is cooled down like 15 to 20 minutes, you can keep it in the refrigerator for 2 hours, Mataji.
And the baking temperature, Mataji?
Baking is like 350 degrees Fahrenheit, Mataji. For 15 minutes is fine.
Okay. We'll see something like it is ready. How will we know that?
Yeah, I'll post it immediately, the picture, Mataji. Sorry, I could not do it today morning. I went to temple, so I'm so sorry about that. Yeah. Yeah, I'll post it immediately, Mataji. Okay. Sorry, kids. So, Mataji, Vinita Mataji, I'll send the video, Mataji. Is that fine, Mataji? Vinita Mataji or Priti Vilasni Mataji?
Yes, Mataji. Yes, you don't have to say so many times. Sorry, Mataji. You always do items two times. You buy all the grocery. You do so much. Thank you.
Today I tried that. Yeah, thank you, Mataji. Today I tried.
Very, very appreciable.
What do you do after you put it in the cupcake tray? Because like, yeah, I'm sorry, Mataji, I will help him. He doesn't trust me. He trusts you only.
No, actually today I had the whatever cheese I had, I have tried with that. I could not get it. So I just went and brought again this cheesecake, this what we say, cream cheese. So that's the reason I could not make it before, Mataji. So after this, we have to bake it for 15 minutes, Mataji. Then we can keep it in the refrigerator for 2 hours. This layer we have done, right? So the thing, what we have added everything over this will become little thicker, Mataji, like ice cream it will become. So that you need to add it on this, on the top of this, Mataji. Little more thicker than this, Mataji. Like scooping thing you'll be getting.
Mataji, do we have to bake this?
Yes, you need to bake it. Bake it for 15 minutes, okay? Just tap like this and bake it. See, now it is almost done. Now you can bake it.
Mataji, then when do we bake it?
After filling all these trays.
Okay, Mataji. At what temperature and how long?
350 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 minutes. Okay.
Mataji, you said one of the ingredients, if it is there, it is fine. You said one is heavy whipping cream and another was cream cheese. We can use both, or any one will also work for this recipe.
Yeah, cream cheese is must, Mataji. Whipping
Must,
cream,
okay.
if you don't have, that's fine. If you have, you can add it, Mataji.
Okay.
So that comes like thick consistency.
Okay, Mataji.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Sorry, Priti Vilasni Mataji, it's became late.
I always like to see the last part of the meal. It's fun.
I'll post the picture, Mataji. Okay, thank you everyone for giving me this opportunity. Vansha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhu. Bye.
Thank you for your class.
Hare Krishna. Hari Bol.